5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, welcome back to the Blerdiverse. We are back with another comic book reaction. Today we are checking out for day 3 of Blerdiverse December comic book review uploads. Amazing Spider-Man issue 79. So it's been a little while since we checked out Amazing Spider-Man. Last time we were checking them out was during the whole Sinister War / Kindred storyline. So some changes have happened. Peter Parker is no longer the current Spider-Man right now. He's in a coma, and Ben Reilly is the current Spider-Man. Now, some stuff to catch up from that. Ben Reilly became the new Spider-Man as part of this corporation called Beyond, and they've instituted him to be the new Spider-Man and all that corporate backing and everything. Not the first time Spider-Man's been corporate backing, not the last, because when Peter Parker had his own home business and everything, which was done under the whole Superior Spider-Man thing, Parker Industries, he had his own backing for being Spider-Man and everything, but now it's Beyond who's backing Spider-Man being a corporate guy now. So Ben Reilly's taking over the mantle because him and Peter were fighting some bad guys and everything. They stole some chemicals and everything, and after that an explosion happened. Ben Reilly's suit protected him because it has all this cutting edge technology in it, but Peter just in his good old spandex and everything, and that man got blown up. Unfortunately, he was really going through it and everything, and at that, his last words before he went into a coma, he was talking to Ben Reilly, say, "Hey man, I know you came back, and I know me and you, we've been on the same page where we butt heads, because Ben Reilly's been through a lot." I mean, he's Ben Reilly, if you don't know, he's the clone of Peter Parker, made during the whole clone conspiracy thing back in the 80s, early 90s. And after that, he became the Jackal, and he was a bad guy. And then he went through his whole road through redemption thing in Vegas. And he always fights with Kane, which is another clone of Peter Parker and everything. So they have all Peter's memories, but it's just that it's been warped because the Jackal is the one who created all these Peter Parker clones, because he has a session with Peter. But that's a story for another day. I'm getting too much in depth with Spider-Lore. But anyways, Ben Reilly is the current Spider-Man right now. And yeah, Peter's in a coma. So the chapter begins with Beyond having a party. So like one of the people there is just having a good time and everything. He's walking home, and then we see a mysterious figure pull up on him and capture him. And after that, we fast forward to Ben Reilly and the Beyond Corporation getting the firmware update for his suit, and going back and forth with one of the guys who got him into Beyond. And it's like, "Hey man, I came here to help you, not be a corporate stooge, and I was under the impression that my ideas will be heard. I'm not just the guy to sit there and look good and everything." It's like, "Okay, we agree with you, but please be a little bit more mindful." He says, "Alright, bet." And he steps off and turns like the tracking stuff off, because like he's still Ben Reilly, and Ben Reilly is technically Peter Parker, and they are geniuses still. So he knew how to update his suit last night, and had to turn off the tracking thing so he can go visit Peter Parker, who's in a coma and everything. Mary Jane's been watching over him day and night. People coming by as far as Aunt May, Mary Jane, even Black Cat come by to look after him and everything, to hopefully get this man Peter out the coma. So meanwhile, Reilly's just there looking after him and everything until he gets to ATB that a theft happened. Goes over there, saves the kid, tells him, "Hey man, you can tell you met Spider-Man, get you massive brownie points and all that." And that the guys get on the phone. It's like, "Okay, yeah, good to see you do that and everything, Ben. Good to hear you and all that. We have another thing. Somebody broke into one of our CEO's places. Can you go check it out?" He goes to check it out, and he hears the CEO. That man's knocked out with a train dart in his neck. And the only person who uses train darts and all that stuff like that is none other than Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter, on the Spider-Man's robes, basically this big jungle man. He hunts people like animals and everything. So he's hunting Spider-Man. He's like, hey, I knew since you were a corporate guy now I can lure you over here with all this stuff, and he has all these traps and stuff set up for Spider-Man. He's just throwing them at him, and heck, Ben's trying to adapt and trying to keep himself on his toes and escape, but he's falling into one trap, there's another trap, there's another trap, and it ends with him getting shot up by some darts and him start tripping, and Greg's like, yeah, it's time for your awakening. So ends with my man Ben. He high out his mind right now because he's been tranked up. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the next chapter, because like I said, we're in the Beyond series right now, because I know he's supposed to have his own individual comic book. So I don't think Peter's gonna be in a comic coma for long. So we're gonna see how this happens. I'm interested to see how this goes. I mean, Ben Riley's cool. That's aka the Scarlet Spider. But I mean, that mantle's been taken up by him and Kane. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, heck man, I'll give this comic a solid 7.1 out of 10. Looking to see where it goes. Other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll be back with another one. Peace.